Peace, what's going down? It's DJ Pain 1 for BeatStars.com. And I swear these video topics write themselves. I don't even have to think about them sometimes. If you've seen my recent videos ranting about how both rappers and producers have been devaluing beats for years, you'll understand why this conversation is perfect, just not in a good way. It all started when a rapper stole my beat from YouTube. Now the beat was full of tags. It said DJ Pain 1 every 10 damn seconds. It also had buy links all over it because I'm trying to make a living. But that didn't stop this rapper from ripping it, recording to it, and then sending it to me saying, I'm using this for nonprofit. When I alerted him to pay that little petty lease amount before I had the song removed from SoundCloud via DMCA, he blocked me. Had the song removed still, so it didn't matter. He was absolutely shocked that I would have the audacity to request money for my labor and my product. And that's most likely because so many producers are giving beats away left and right and not asking for anything in return. Not just money, anything. Now granted, a lot of producers are sparingly and strategically offering free beats to collect customer data, emails, followers on social media, so forth. They use that data for direct marketing purposes and they actually make a good amount of money using that method. But there are far more producers who don't understand business or marketing who are giving away free beats with no plan or strategy, just thinking if I give the free beats away, somehow all that's going to come back to me. So I tweeted about all that because that's what people in the 21st century do when something's on their mind. And I got into this conversation with a young man whose tweets embodied about 75% of the toxic mentality I've been talking about in my recent videos. You can see, and this isn't personal against him. This is just a conversation that shows you in practice what I've been talking about in theory in these videos. So initially he said, if I rap on your beat and don't get paid, I don't plan to pay either. That goes back to my video in which I said, if you go to the grocery store and say, I'm not getting paid off these apples and this milk, I don't feel like I should have to pay for them. That's crazy. They'll look at you crazy. But the problem is we don't look at things like shoes or gasoline or clothes or fast food as the same as beats. Somehow beats are this less valuable thing. And so I commented that this is exactly the mentality that's killing us. What happened next really opens up an entirely new can of worms. So now I don't understand why he insists he can't make money. He's selling himself short and he's normalizing failure. And if I were a potential fan or collaborator, this conversation would turn me off. And when he started talking percentages, I had to challenge him. I asked him about PROs, performing rights organizations, Sound Exchange, because if he's bold enough to offer producers percentages as payment, he must know the business well enough to exploit the revenue streams he has available to him. But I received no answer to that question, and what eventually happened was the conversation kind of degraded into insults. So I'm not going to include those screenshots, but it's nothing personal. Follow the man if you want to. Check out his music. Now my guess is unfortunately that he, like the majority of aspiring recording artists, hobbyists or otherwise, and producers too, know little to nothing about the music business. And if they did know how to make a living off of their talents, they might actually do it. And they'd appreciate producers a lot more, and they wouldn't expect to make $0 and use that as an excuse to not pay us. I mean, investing $50 in a leased beat and then another $50 in Facebook ads and another $50 in YouTube ads only amounts to a total of $150. And that could go a really long way for a completely independent artist. 20 iTunes sales and a live performance fee could cover that overhead and leave some money in your pocket. But they don't think in these terms, and unfortunately producers suffer because of it. And let's be clear, producers on average don't tend to know the music business either. And when a rapper says, I can't make money off music so I shouldn't have to pay you, a lot of producers just nod their heads and agree and let it go. So producers, we have to learn about revenue streams, different royalty types, marketing strategies, and more. So no matter how many rappers, singers, or managers try to do us wrong, we have our business straight, even when the people we work with do not. And to rappers, learn about the ways you can make a living from your talents, and don't expect to make $0 off your music. None of this is easy, and if you expect to fail and use that as an excuse, not only does that become a self-fulfilling prophecy, but you're gonna burn a lot of bridges in the process. If confidence is the first step, then learning is the second, and implementing your plan is the third. Every small business owner takes risks and starts off operating at a loss. So if you believe in yourself and your ability to persevere, you're already at an advantage. Because if you don't, that fear is gonna paralyze you. You're never gonna do anything. Producers, progress is possible, but we just have to work hard, learn, grow, and build. And once we respect ourselves and arm ourselves with enough knowledge, we'll take our rightful place in the music industry and stop living as though we're at the bottom of the hierarchy. So I wish you much success, but I wish you knowledge and a hunger for learning. The more you learn, the better off you are. And then the more you know, the more you can come back and teach me, because I don't know everything. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Peace.